right now, not in some far off future, right now, every human on Earth disappears. No bodies, no bang, no goodbye. 1 second we're here, the planet has 8 billion fewer people and zero explanation. Your car is still running. Your coffee is still hot. And Earth doesn't even flinch. Because here's the thing, nobody tells you the Earth doesn't slowly forget us. It gets to work almost immediately. And I want to walk you through the entire timeline, the first 30 minutes, the first week, the next 1,000 years, all the way to the very last thing we ever leave behind. Grab a snack. This is the strangest tour you'll ever take. Let's start the clock. For the first few minutes, honestly, nothing looks different. The lights are on, the internet's up, your smart fridge is still judging your snack choices, but every power plant on Earth needs people. Coal plants need someone shoveling in fuel. The moment that stops, they cool down and quit. So within hours, the grid starts falling like dominoes, city by city. The lights blink out. A few wind farms and solar panels keep humming for a while, all by themselves. So somewhere out there, a random gas station sign stays lit for weeks, glowing over an empty road, advertising a sale to absolutely no one. Now, here's one almost nobody knows. New York City is sinking. It always has been. Every single day, 13 million gallons of water try to flood the New York subway, even when it's sunny. The only reason it doesn't is 800 pumps running 24 hours a day, quietly shoving that water back out to sea. And those pumps need power. So when the grid dies, the pumps die. Within 30 minutes, water climbs high enough to swallow the tracks. And in about 36 hours, the entire subway system is a river. The city that never sleeps just springs a leak, and that water isn't just sitting there. It's chewing on the steel that holds the streets up. Manhattan is on a countdown, and it doesn't even know it. Okay, let's talk about the ones we left behind. Our pets, the dogs figure it out first. The bigger breeds, the clever ones, they get out, they team up, they start hunting in packs like their ancestors did. The little handbag dogs, I'm so sorry. A Chihuahua bred to sit in a purse is not exactly built for the wilderness. But the cats, oh, the cats are thriving. They were basically freelancing this whole time anyway. For a house cat, humans disappearing isn't a tragedy. It's a promotion now for the part that sounds like a movie, but is very, very real. Nuclear power plants, when the grid dies, reactors are smart enough to shut themselves down automatically within hours. Good, but the leftover fuel is still hot and it needs constant cooling, pumps, water, people watching the dials. The backup generators run on diesel, and in about a week, that diesel runs out. So a few dozen plants around the world overheat, and we get a scatter of Fukushima style meltdowns. It's bad. But here's the wild part, it's local. A handful of poison zones on a planet the size of Earth is basically a few stains on a football field. The Earth shrugs it off. Chernobyl already proved it, banned the humans, and the forest comes roaring back, radioactive and thriving. 1 year in, and the fences start to fall. And this changes everything for a very specific group. There are about 1.5 billion cows on this planet, a billion pigs, and get this, 25 billion chickens. Suddenly, none of them have a farmer. The tough ones make a run for it. Cattle drift into wild herds, roaming like buffalo used to. Pigs go feral fast. Honestly, they were always one bad day away from it. And the chickens, they head for the trees. And over generations, they slowly remember how to fly. Give it a few thousand years and your grandkids' nuggets are up in the branches again. Not all of them make it. The ones we bred to be helpless don't last. But nature doesn't do sentimental. It just rebalances the books. But now I want to show you the eeriest thing on this whole timeline, because while everything else is dying, one machine just keeps going. The Hoover Dam doesn't need people to make electricity. The river pushes the turbines make power, and it just does that day after day all by itself. A year after we vanish, it's still humming along, still generating enough power for a city that no longer exists. So, what finally kills it? Not a storm, not an earthquake. Tiny mussels, invasive little quagga mussels crawl into the cooling pipes and clog them solid until the mighty Hoover Dam chokes on shellfish and finally goes quiet. The biggest machine we ever built, taken down by something the size of your thumbnail. Nature's got jokes. Now let's watch your actual house die. And it all starts with one leaf. A gutter clogs, water pools, it finds its way under the roof. Once water gets in, it never leaves. Mold spreads, wood rots, and every winter the water freezes, expands, and cracks everything a little more. Within about 50 years, that roof gives up and collapses inward. A little after 100 years, the walls are gone. And the only thing left standing, the chimney, that's it. A lonely brick tombstone in the middle of a brand new forest, marking the spot where your whole life used to be. So if a little house dies that fast, what about the big stuff? The skyscrapers? The bridges? They're tougher, but they lose too. Steel's only strong until water gets to it, and then rust eats it from the inside out. And with nobody to put out fires, a single lightning strike can burn through whole neighborhoods until the only things left are stone and metal. Give it a few centuries, and the great cities aren't ruins. They're forests with good bones. A hawk nests in a skyscraper. A river runs down Fifth Avenue, and the asphalt jungle finally becomes an actual one. So after all of that, the floods, the forests, the mussels, what's actually left of us? What's the last proof that humans were ever here? And the answer is honestly kind of humbling. It's not our cities, it's our trash. That plastic water bottle you'll toss this week, parts of it could still be sitting in the ground more than 2,000 years from now. And our longest lasting monument won't be a pyramid or a statue. It'll be 4 faces carved into a mountain. Mount Rushmore wears down about 1 inch every 10,000 years. So 7 million years from now, long after our language, our species, everything, those 4 stone faces will still be gazing out over a world that has completely forgotten them. But the very last piece of us, it isn't even on Earth. It's a golden record, bolted to a spacecraft, drifting through the silence between the stars, carrying our music and our hellos to a universe that may never hear them. Long after Earth stops missing us, that little record just keeps going. So here's the truth. This whole thing keeps whispering, the Earth was never really ours. We were renting, and the moment we check out, nature doesn't hold a funeral. It just quietly picks up the keys and gets back to what it was doing before we ever showed up. We spent our whole history, sure, we were the main character. Turns out we were a really loud house guest. And the planet's going to be just fine without us, which kind of makes you wonder what we should be doing with the time we've actually got.